What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here. So I'm making a video I've wanted to make for a while now, but was waiting on Bungie to fix some bugs and for clarification on some of these. Today's topic is discussing all the Pinnacle sources in Season of the Splicer at this time. One of my best friends who is a D1 vet has recently gotten back into Destiny 2 after taking a couple years off the game. Even for someone very familiar with how light grinding works, he is pretty out of the loop on what is the best way to level up in Destiny 2. He knows to do his powerfuls and all that, and understands tiers 1 to 3, but he didn't know he was missing some Pinnacle activities. If you didn't know, Pinnacles give the highest light bump. I believe it is +5 if you are under the powerful cap, and once you reach the powerful cap, which for this season is 1310, then the only way to level up is to do Pinnacles. Pinnacles will drop +2 above your base light when you are over 1310 base. So if your base was 1312, they will drop 1314 gear. For the most part, that is. There are a few Pinnacles that are only +1. The Strike, Gambit, and Crucible Pinnacles are all only +1. So again, if you were 1312, they would only drop 1313. As far as I know, the rest of the Pinnacles in the game are all +2s. I have not confirmed the seasonal Pinnacles, as I was already 1319 base when they became Pinnacle, so they will only drop 1320 for me, regardless if they are +1 or +2. The reason for this is in Season of the Splicer, Pinnacle cap is 1320, meaning no drops in the game go above 1320. Confused? Yeah. It's a convoluted system in desperate need of an overhaul. I have come to despise the light leveling grind in Destiny 2 recently, and really hope it gets looked at. However, that is not the topic for this video. The topic for this video is discussing what all the Pinnacle sources are to help new or returning players figure out how to level up in case they want to do Pinnacle activities such as Grandmaster Nightfalls. So without further ado, let us go over every Pinnacle source in Destiny 2. On Europa, you have the Simulation Survival mission, which I believe you must own Beyond Light to access, as it is unlocked after you have finished the Beyond Light campaign. Another one that is likely tied to Beyond Light is Master Empire Hunts. These are 1340 power recommended activities, so probably the hardest of all the Pinnacles to complete. Next, you have the Harbinger mission on the EDZ, which is a mission tied to the Hawkmoon exotic quest. So you must earn the Hawkmoon before you can access this mission. Many content creators have made guides on how to do this if you've not already done so I would advise checking out one of those videos. We have another exotic quest Pinnacle, which is the Presage mission. This was the exotic mission for unlocking the Dead Man's Tale exotic scout rifle. Again, you probably have to own a season pass for this, and if you don't already have the gun, then I would advise checking out a YouTube tutorial on how to get this weapon. This quest was not dropping Pinnacles until this week, so just yesterday I ran one master version and one normal version on 2 different characters, and both gave me a Pinnacle drop. So therefore, it does not matter which version you run if all you want is a Pinnacle. Next up, we have the core playlist Pinnacles. These only drop a +1 Pinnacle as mentioned before, rather than +2. You have to complete 3 Crucible games, and it can be in a variety of playlists. You have to do 3 Vanguard strikes. Each week they have a burn, and you must match that element. This week it is Solar Burn, and some days it will be a Stasis Burn as well, so you could also run Stasis. Finally, you have everyone's favorite game mode, Gambit. You have to run 3 games of Gambit to get a Pinnacle. At the start of this season, Deepstone Crypt no longer was dropping Pinnacles. Bungie moved that Pinnacle source to the new but old raid Vault of Glass. This raid actually gives 5 Pinnacle drops, so if you are a seasoned raider and have a good team, this is your most efficient source of Pinnacles by far. Finally, at the tower you have the Prophecy Dungeon. This is a Pinnacle drop from the final boss only. And one cool thing about this one is that it is always a piece of armor. So if your weapons are all high light and you need a piece of armor, try doing this one first. Another one at the tower that I believe is a +1 Pinnacle is actually the Clan Rewards. It says Powerful Gear Tier 2, but I swear it dropped +1 Pinnacle for me last week. Something to look at anyways when you turn in the engram. I believe you need to be in a clan to earn this one. As well, it is earned through game experience. I do know you get 10% per core playlist activity, so 10 Crucible games for instance will earn you this engram. And now we have the seasonal Pinnacles. These are with the new Season of the Splicer, so they are obviously locked behind owning the season. One is for opening Conflux chests with key codes at the end of override missions, and the other is for completing 8 Splicer servitor bounties. These were bugged up until this week, but Bungie had a hotfix this week and I tested it yesterday and they are indeed dropping Pinnacles, so that is good news. So that does it for the weekly Pinnacles in a sense. Now let us talk about intermittent pinnacles. These can only be earned at certain times in the season. First is Trials of Osiris. This game mode is only available from Friday at reset to Tuesday at reset. This rewards powerful gear at 3 and 5 wins and pinnacle gear at 7 wins and flawless. The loot pool is predetermined every week, so it will be a guaranteed reward if you hit those win thresholds. Meaning if a helmet was your lowest light item and it is a 7 win reward that week, you should jump in and try to get 7 wins as it is guaranteed to be a helmet. However, Trials is very difficult if you are not good at PvP, and heck, it's even pretty hard even if you are really good at PvP, so just something to consider. It won't be easy. And lastly, we have Iron Banner. This pops up in the game every 3 weeks or so. You can pick up 4 Iron Banner bounties from Lord Saladin at the tower. When you complete a bounty, you will get a Pinnacle reward. And that is it for the Pinnacle sources in Season of the Splicer. It started out pretty sparse, but with the bugs to the seasonal Pinnacles fixed and the Vault of Glass now available, there are actually quite a few. There is also one more coming, which is the weekly Expunge mission. I thought it was going to be here starting this week, but Bungie clarified in a tweet when it will actually be being released, which is June 15th. So keep an eye out for that. One more Pinnacle that I almost forgot to mention is the 100k Nightfall. Basically, you have to score 100,000 points in the Nightfall strike of that week. These vary week to week. So sometimes you can get 100k on Legend difficulty, and other times you may have to do the Master to reach the point threshold. And that is it for the video. I hope this helps you out and wasn't too all over the place. Hopefully it helps you figure out what you should be doing in the game to get your light up the quickest and easiest. But that is it from me. If this video helped you in any way, then a like would be greatly appreciated. Happy Pinnacle farming, Guardians, and take care.